Boy, I don't like donuts. You like donuts, Blake?
I do, but only when we're giving the other team one.
Yeah, kind of getting tired of donuts this year. Yeah, so that was a game. Super fun. Glad everybody in the country got to see that on ESPN.
It was not
Fantastic.
that bad of a game.
Well, it wasn't, but to everybody else, they're like, oh, 5-0. Oh, fuck those guys or whatever. But that game was frustrating. I didn't like it just because it's annoying seeing this team lose 2 games that they could have won in a row.
I mean, it's just annoying they can't score, right? I don't know if this was a game they could have won just
I
because
mean,
just kind of how it played out.
I don't know. You look at some of the plays. I mean, obviously, you don't leave Corey Perry wide open. You like
I
JT
mean,
Compher scores on any of his 3 high danger chances tonight.
I
McKinnon,
mean, play
it's just
better
I don't
is
know.
always
Right.
when you lose. Play better is always one of those things, but
It's just a lot of things. I mean, it's they could have won if they had scored, is my opinion. But I don't know. I mean, they played a good game. I don't know. Really the only period where surprisingly, the only period where the Lightning, uh, the best period the Lightning had was the third period as far as standard metrics go.
mm-hmm.
Um,
And that doesn't even count.
yeah. So, oh well.
Um,
Um,
yeah, sometimes you just get beat really bad. Um, it's just frustrating that like they're healthy now because you can kind of understand all those finishing issues they're having back in December and you know early January where they were shooting. I think for a good month period they were shooting 4% at 5v5,
right.
and it was like when they'll get healthy this will stop. They'll regress back, and they did for a little, but not as long as I thought they were gonna. And that's 2 games in a row where it's just like, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The break kind of reset things a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a little bit different before because it just didn't feel like they were doing as much to deserve it,
Hmm.
and it feels like lately now they're doing a little bit more. So
Yeah.
you're saying eventually that stuff's going to change. And now I feel like now you have a little bit more of a leg to stand on, a little bit more reasonable
Yeah.
evidence to support that. It's annoying. It's really it's just frustrating.
Yeah.
Especially when your goalies give you 2 good games. I mean, up
I
until that fourth goal, I thought Georgiev was playing pretty well.
yeah. I didn't love how he handled the second goal either. I know it's like a cross crease thing, but like he bit really hard on Sorelli shooting from the goal line
Yeah,
really. So, but like it's not his fault when it's cross crease and stuff. But I didn't think he was good. I didn't think it was like his fault.
right. He kept the team in it, but it didn't really matter because they didn't score, and then it just kind
Right.
of
Made a couple good saves in the first. I
yeah
mean,
he
it's
yeah
not like he let anything in that he shouldn't have.
yeah.
At least
This
when the
isn't
game
like
mattered.
this isn't like Game 3 uh, against Tampa, where
Yeah, where
Kemper
the
was just
goal, yeah, it was horrible.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Um,
I mean, yeah, because it's not, and the frustrating thing too is it's not like they're not generating any chances. They had, through 2 periods about 1.7 expected goals, which is just like average.
right.
Which is against Tampa Bay, that's fine. You'll take that, and they walk out of there with nothing. I mean, they had some great A's, man. Comfer, McKinnon hit the crossbar. Rantanen had that one on the drop pass from McKinnon.
Yeah, and then there
It's
was the
just,
one on the power play where Lehkonen it just barely trickled wide.
yeah, it's like a
And
wide
then
open goal.
and then
And
there's that third goal for Tampa that's just utter complete garbage
Yeah,
nonsense.
Val scores on himself.
Yeah, Val scores off himself and off the
Mhm.
post.
Yeah.
Of course, that's the one post the Avs get to go in. That's fantastic. It feels great.
hmm
It's
Yeah. So 2 games in a row, you get really unlucky, and like you play pretty well, you get really unlucky, and you can't score. And when you can't score, like
you're not going to win games.
you just can't win.
It's a
That's
little
kind of what
known fact
happens.
about hockey: scoring goals, more goals than the other team, leads to
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah, and I mean we can get into the individual goals now, but it was just like I didn't think they played that bad. You just at some point you gotta put a puck in the net, man. Like someone's
Yeah,
gotta do it.
I don't really know how much I want to do all the goals. I mean,
I think it's
there's a
important to go
few.
through.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't like the fifth one. I feel
I
like
mean,
maybe
like the first goal, Erik Johnson goes on a little adventure.
you could tell from like just the jump that this is not going to be an Erik Johnson game.
He was really bad tonight. I released my grades already,
Again,
and I think
he just bad. Too
that's
many
what he got.
minutes. Bad EJ.
Yeah.
It's just
Any
you could
guesses on the grade I gave him tonight?
probably an F.
Yeah, I gave him an F. I threw him my first F.
I
Um,
mean, yeah, that's not very good. And then Corey Perry, not what he used to be, but he's still
he's
good
still
enough
got
that
yeah,
you're going to leave him in front of the
still-
net. But,
yeah. So that was really bad penalty kill. I mean, even before the goal happened, because I was with like 20 seconds left in the power play. Like the first minute and 40 when Tampa's top unit was out there was atrocious penalty killing.
yeah, it
Like,
was scary hours.
right. Like some credit to Tampa for having, because they're Tampa Bay. They're good.
Right.
Their top players are awesome. But also
Bo.
like, man, there was no rhyme or reason to it. They were just chasing around and
I mean,
leaving passing
back
lanes
on Erik
open.
Johnson, the entire time that
Yeah.
penalty kill was just, I don't know what he was doing.
He was just doing his own little
He was
thing.
absolutely lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
May or may not have taken the wrong gummy before that shift.
Yeah.
But my dog's pulling on his own tail. This is what it felt like to watch the Avs tonight.
Yeah.
So close, yet so far.
Then the second goal.
Second
goal is
goal.
really a turning point, honestly.
Yeah, well, because that they had that power play where they were getting chances, and then they had the shift after where they kept getting chances.
They're playing well.
And
yeah.
I literally tweeted, okay, they need to keep this momentum. And then they just have this disaster of a rush. And it just, is it Brandon Hagel slides his foot to stay on sides and Mikko trips over it. And then Sam and Devon just cover the same guy. So
I couldn't even tell you what they were doing, man. I mean,
Devon
Gerard is clearly.
I'm not even sure what he was covering. Anything.
Gerard is clearly first back, and like he's aware that Sorelli's there, and he gives an honest effort. He just kind of gets smoked by Sorelli. Like Sorelli does this crafty little play to get the puck before him, and then Devon Taves is just doing like you never see Devon Taves do shit like this. Like
I swear to God, I think Tampa breaks him.
Yeah, like I thought he was just okay in the Stanley Cup final. Like I didn't have a
Yeah,
Devon Taves
I mean, like
problem.
I did. Yeah, he wasn't bad, but he wasn't as good as you'd think he would be.
Yeah.
Like it was definitely Makar and Bo were the best two defensemen in that series.
Yeah, and I thought Manson was really good.
Yeah, Manson was very good.
So, I mean,
that's what this team needed tonight, Josh.
I'm not sure what he's thinking. Like you never ever see him play brain dead hockey like that. Like it's just you're not covering anything. You're just puck watching. You're not even skating hard. Like I honestly couldn't tell you what he was doing. And then, easy pass in front to Hagel, and didn't love the way Georgiev played it, but at the end of the day, even if he plays it better, it's still going in the net. So
right, yeah. I know a lot of people were upset at Jordan. I'm like, dude, he keeps him to the outside, and like,
yeah, like he lets the pass across, which sucks, but also this is why you have 5 guys on the ice, like
Yeah.
to help you.
And I know some people were upset with Miko on this play, and I'm like, he wasn't going to change anything there. Like he
No,
he was out of the play.
that's not on Miko.
And then Tampa gets a power play. They score on that one on that
I mean,
nonsense.
did they score?
Well, yeah. Technically, the goal goes on the board for them. Do you think this is a hand pass?
No, I don't.
Yeah. I feel like I don't. I was talking with someone. I was like, I feel like I've seen things called like this for hand pass. I mean, like if this happened to the Avs, I feel like I'd be like, and it got called back, I'd be like, okay, I could see it. I wouldn't be happy about it. I think it's, stupid. But I would. The only real reason I think I might feel like not as mad about it if I was like the on the receiving end of it is just because of the nonsense of how the puck went in.
I mean, yeah, but like
Yeah,
also, did the puck hit his hand? Like, no. So is it a hand pass?
I think it hit his
No,
hand, but since it's on the ground and it wasn't intentional, it's not technically a hand pass.
I don't even think it hit his hand.
It looked like it did. It doesn't really matter, even if it
It's like
did. I don't think.
close.
Yeah,
Looked to me like it was close to
I
hitting
don't
it.
think
But
it makes a difference either way with the call. I think it's still a goal.
I mean, I feel like if it hits his hand, they call it a hand pass. Because, like,
Well, according to the rule book, if it's unintentional, then and on the
are you
ice,
sure?
that's someone linked that
Oh,
picture to me. So I don't know. Like I said,
unintentional and on the ice.
it's so
Because,
here
like, when they
I
do it
can find.
unintentionally, like in the air, they always call it.
Yeah. So hold on.
Yeah, I actually didn't know this rule.
Let me see.
I
Okay,
just
so
haven't
it
seen
says a
anything
player
like
shall
that.
be permitted to stop or bat a puck in the air with his open hand, or push it along the ice with his hands, and the play shall not be stopped unless, in the opinion of the on-ice officials, he has directed the puck to a teammate or has allowed his team to gain an advantage, and
Oh,
subsequently possession and control of the puck is obtained by a player of the offending team, either directly or deflected off the puck or official.
I mean,
Well-written rule at HL.
yeah, whatever. It's like I don't even think it matters because
Yeah,
I just
HL's
don't.
just like, let's
It's
just
not like
leave. We're not going to have any hard and fast rules. We're going to leave everything up to interpretation and make everything as confusing as possible. Have
yeah,
fun.
and like I don't even. I'm still just not convinced it hit his hand. So like to me, it's
Yeah.
just whatever. So
And then they score their fourth one. Now, do you think this is a trip? Because
I
I,
mean, yeah, there's contact. Miko definitely toe picks.
yeah,
Like, but there is contact with a stick. Like, it definitely
it.
affected the way he was skating.
So in game one where the Avs got a 5-on-3 because Sorelli tripped Makar on the power play, and it was a little soft.
Mhm.
But I know some people were saying they probably called it
This is something you have to call.
because it gives the guy a breakaway right after.
Right.
It's such a clear advantage. I feel like that's just something you have to call.
Yeah.
Because he jumps and he clearly hits Miko and it gives him a clear advantage. I just
Mhm.
feel like that call has to be made.
Same.
Um,
And this is
I
like the
hate
nail in the
both.
coffin. So
I don't like either of these officials. I've never enjoyed when the one guy,
I don't mind
uh,
TJ Luxmore.
TJ
The
Luxmore
other guy I
is.
don't like.
I haven't liked TJ Luxmore since that one Hurricanes game. I don't remember remember he said something about Naz like selling him, and
Oh.
then
Oh yeah. I mean, he was right.
yeah. Well, yeah. But it's like the one guy, the other guy, this is the Avs' ninth straight loss when he's officiated. And if I'm the
Yeah.
NHL, just don't give him Avs games anymore because that's too much.
Tim
That's a
Peel
point.
trips.
Yeah, that's a point where it feels like it's more than a coincidence.
Yeah.
Especially on a play like that. But whatever.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like when you would look up in 2019 and you'd be like, "Oh, Tim Peel's reffing the game tonight." Like
Yeah.
we're going for our 11th straight loss with Tim Peel reffing our game. That's just
Yeah.
funny at that
It's
point.
it's like, I don't know. There was a lot of things for the Avs to have to overcome this game. Makar being out,
Yeah.
uh, Tampa was going to be, I mentioned this on the last pod. They were, they just had two very not good L's back to back
Yeah.
after the break. And, like they every intermission report, they were talking about this. They were like, oh, we've had this one penciled down. And it's like, yeah, no, this was,
Yeah.
give them their round of applause. Way to win this regular season game.
Yeah. I mean, they played well. They played about as good as they can possibly play. And even then, like the Avs still broke even. So
yeah, without their,
without
the guy
a
that
lot
won the
of
Conn Smythe
players.
in there.
Yeah. So I mean, when Brandon Hagel stops scoring like a legit top 6 top line forward, like they're gonna run into some problems, man.
And you don't get the nonsense bounces.
Yeah. I mean, I think Tampa Bay is really good, so I will stop.
Yeah.
But also like it's just February regular season game, and it's not the end of the world. The Avs are gonna start to have they're gonna have to start scoring, and they're gonna have to start winning games here though. Like they've talked about it a lot. Like
everybody's
they
talked
think
about
they can do it. Yeah, like they think they can make the playoffs and make some noise, but like, dude, you gotta start actually, winning some games. So
yeah. They need to win the game against Florida.
I wouldn't go that far, but I mean, it's just you got to start winning some, right?
Right. I think you win it, and that makes your life a lot easier. Because if you don't win, I mean, you're playing a mediocre hockey team. And
yeah, I mean, Florida's not good.
There's just like not a lot of reason you should lose the game if you like. I mean, you almost beat that team and you played like crap for the majority of the game last time.
Yeah.
Just play good for the majority of the game this time, and you should probably win.
Yeah.
I mean,
and it's just like
I will say, fortunately for the Avs, Minnesota also.
Yeah, Minnesota's been
bad.
Through it. Minnesota, since coming back from the break, yeesh, it's pretty bad. Like
Even before that, they weren't.
Not only can they not score, but they also can't keep the puck out of their net.
Yeah.
Just like all at the same time. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be just complete coincidence, but you maybe wonder. I mean, they're not an uber experienced team. Maybe Avs breathing on their back got to them, or maybe they're just not a very good team and they're hitting a skid.
Yeah, I think they're just not very good.
Yeah.
Like I never thought they were. I mean, last year when you got all these randos scoring 30 goals, you got Freddie Gaudreau having like a 40 something point season.
Ryan Hartman just popping off.
Yeah, it's just like and all of a sudden it stops and they're just like a medium team. And you're like, yeah. Makes sense.
Call them the mild for a reason.
Yeah, and like I made fun of Philip Gustafson a lot early in the season, but he's been really good for them. And like Marc-Andre Fleury's been terrible.
Who'd have thought?
Yeah, I know.
Goalie.
Right? So like I just think like what if Philip Gustafson was like still bad? Like where would they be?
Hello.
So
yeah. Anything else you want to talk about on this game?
Yeah, not a whole lot. I mean, it was a tough game. I don't think it was as bad as the score looks. But like you got to start executing, finishing some chances here. So, puppy.
Jesus. All right. Well, let's do our 3 stars really quick, and then I want to talk about. Did you watch the movie yet? The documentary.
Yeah, I watched it last night. Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit. I mean,
I don't have too many thoughts on it, but yeah.
But just something to talk about. Stop it. Stop. All right. Who's your most disappointing player?
I mean, it was EJ. And honestly, I'll go as far to say I'll just say the whole defense. I didn't like it at all.
I thought Beau had his moments, but that was kind of it.
I mean, Beau is always just smart and plays clean
I
timeout.
don't think McDermott played a very good game, but he was hitting people a lot, so that was kind of cool.
I mean, he didn't hurt him. That's kind of what I wrote in my grades. I was just like, didn't hurt him. Like, whatever.
That fight
Wish he would
meant
have actually
nothing.
fought Maroon. Like, did he fight him in the third? I turned it
Yeah,
off.
they fought him like right at the end, and it
Okay.
was, dude, it was so dumb. He laid a hit. Maroon like came into his defense, and Kermit was like, "All right, then let's go. Stop. Hey, stop."
Did
No.
he punch him good? Or was it just a wash?
Maroon had no interest in fighting in the first place, so like
Right.
Kermit had to like practically pull his gloves off,
Yeah.
and then Maroon was like, "All right, well, we're not actually gonna fight." So they pretty much just grappled, and McDermott just wrestled them down.
That's tough.
It was dumb. I mean, Maroon kind of made an ass out of himself.
As per usual.
Yeah, he pointed up at the scoreboard, and like all Kermit would have to do is just point at his ring finger.
Basically.
I mean, yeah.
But then Maroon could just be like, you weren't a fucking part of it.
Oh, yeah. How much has Maroon been a part of? But
I mean, he scored a goal in game 3.
Yeah.
But yeah.
How much did that goal actually mean? If he hadn't scored that goal, still win that game.
Yeah. Who was your disappointing player?
I thought Mac was kind of disappointing. He had some dumb stuff that happened.
I didn't mind him.
Yeah, I wasn't. I don't know. I felt wanting a little bit more. I guess my expectations for him were a bit higher. I feel like I thought he would be like a little bit angry after, kicking ass against Pittsburgh and not getting that win. But
Cirelli's a tough assignment, and
yeah,
he looked frustrated. So
yeah,
definitely see where that's coming from. But he won the matchup, and he was good defensively, I thought. So I was just like,
yeah, he didn't really do
problem.
anything that actively hurt the team like AJ did. Just
it sucks that he's a big part of the finishing problem because he's your best. He's your best. Like tonight, he's your best player. Right. Like so.
Oh, one thing I did want to talk about: 10-minute misconduct for Mikko for that.
Yeah, I mean,
we've seen some weird misconducts this year. Like McKinnon's one, in Finland, and then this one. Oh, and then Cagliano's one.
Oh, that one was really annoying.
A lot of weird ones where, like at least with the McKinnon and the Cagliano, it's like, okay, at least they're talking to the ref.
Mikko's just like upset at himself, I think.
Yeah, and it's like, really, like if he he breaks sticks like 30 times a game. I've never seen him get a 10-minute for it before. It was just so weird. It didn't mean anything at that point, but I was just like, why?
Yeah, it was a one.
It was a real ego kind of.
Yeah, I don't remember who exactly made the call. If it was Luxmore or the other guy.
Yeah, I think it was the other guy, if I remember right, but I wasn't paying attention.
Luxmore generally just doesn't call anything, so it's just like. But yeah, you want to get into the.
Yeah, so
get out of here.
I don't know. Were you disappointed? Happy? Meh?
I was disappointed in it, but like, it was an easy watch, right? Because, and like, I saw a tweet the other day. I don't know who said it, but it was like 10 years down the road. I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that again, and it's gonna be awesome. Like, I watched that a lot of times. But like, am I better off watching that or the 30-minute every goal from the Avalanche playoff run?
Right.
YouTube video.
Or the Cup for the Quest. Like,
yeah.
It felt like they just took every segment from Cup for a Quest from the apps and just put it all together.
Yeah. I mean, the better locker room stuff was cool.
Yeah.
That's about all
they added some stuff, but it was disappointing to me because I've seen the stuff that, like, I've seen clips of the ones from the first two, and they have interviews with guys like, like, I mean, they interviewed like Peter McNabb. Like, you couldn't get an interview with, I mean, him or Mosier or McGahee or anybody, like,
or even
even
just like I know they got one with Erik Johnson. I don't know why they didn't make that a part of this.
right.
That debuted a couple nights ago too on the Point, I believe,
Yeah.
with Emily Kaplan.
Yeah.
I haven't
It was,
watched that yet.
I don't know. I liked like the different angles and stuff because I like that stuff, but I wasn't like, wow, this is incredible. Like, I'm going to watch it probably multiple times, but I'm not going to like it didn't like move me deeply. Like, they didn't really
Right. Like
they weren't trying to really draw emotion out of you. They were trying to just make something.
right.
I felt like,
They ignored all the storylines too, like Nazem Kadri game 4 against the Blues. Like one of the greatest individual, playoff performances in recent memory, right?
right.
And after, getting death threats and racist threats and, getting the no comment from Craig Berube, it was just like, whoa, and getting a water bottle thrown at him.
Yeah, I don't.
So,
That was just that was one thing that I was disappointed in.
mhm,
It's just they sped through everything really fast, like all the
right,
game stuff, and it was like take like a second, like
right.
even like the McKinnon hat trick,
It was
like
just
they were
like,
like
yeah,
he scored the hat trick. Oh, but they lost. It's over. And
yeah,
then on to game 6. I'm like, okay,
yeah. I
pretty
mean, I was like, that was like the
sad.
coolest goal I ever saw, and like all the small things plays after it, like they completely ignored that storyline too.
Right.
Like, you know, all the small things is cool and stuff.
Yeah. It,
Ignored, you know.
they just I would um I yeah I don't know. Did they even show Manson save in game 6?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I was
Nope.
gonna say because I remember I heard it in the speech. Like it was, I don't know, whoever was giving the puck away for game 6 said, "Great save, Manson." I was like, did they even show it?
No.
That was one of the coolest moments of the playoffs. It was just, and they skipped like half the goals in game 1 against Edmonton, one of the craziest games of the postseason. They were
That
just like,
was one of my favorites. Yeah. That's-
they didn't even show like the controversy of Makar's, was it offsides?
no. They
Just,
they just completely ignored all the storylines and were just like, this is what happened.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, I understand, maybe you were waiting to put it out, before this game. But if you have like 8 months to do this of footage that's already compiled and mostly edited, I feel like you could add a little bit more to this.
Yeah, there was just no sauce.
Yeah.
It was just like, and the narrator's voice was kind of tough too. It was just
Yeah.
like,
I
is
don't
that
know.
too good, I guess?
I kind of just toned him out because what he was just saying cheesy stuff and like
Yeah. Is
like
that
he was
Chutoy good?
oh yeah, he's got a talent that thing. He's not even in the same room.
Good. Good boy, Paul.
Yeah. It's probably what Bo sounds like when he's chirping on the ice.
Yeah.
Too, when he pissed off Kucherov, that was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
Love to see that.
Kucherov got him from behind one time. No one saw it, I don't think.
If there's one thing that I can say that I appreciate about this game, it's that Nikita Kucherov didn't do shit. So that was fun, I guess.
Yeah. He can just coast through games and still score 130 points a year. La-di-da. Must be nice.
The Nikita Kucherov special.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not a whole lot else I got from this game. I'm
Oh, hello.
hopefully they can like score against Florida. That'd be kind of cool.
Right. It's
Just like play a good hockey game.
Yeah, just the power play, if they could do anything on that.
Right. Get into a rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean their special teams got completely shit on tonight. So
No, yeah, special teams was the deal breaker tonight. They need to start absing soon.
yeah.
Is my take. I've been
0-1
saying
and 0 with the helmet sponsor. So
No, they didn't have him against Pittsburgh.
0-1-0. That's what I said. 0-1-0.
Oh, okay. Well, technically 2-1-0.
Well, with Kiewit.
Okay, yeah.
Fastenal is good. Kiewit, I guess, is bad so far.
Yeah, bring back Fastenal.
Bring back Ball. I miss it. Because it kind of matched the jerseys too.
Well, yeah, and it wasn't just like I mean, like it feels weird complaining about it because it is just a block of text, but the Ball definitely it added there's a little bit of something in there, the cursive writing, it doesn't look like you're just like logo.
Kiewit.
I do think it's kind of funny because they made a bunch of jokes about it putting on their hard hats. I was like, all right.
God.
I was like, so yeah.
Yeah, not a whole lot else really. We could do a few stars, but I don't really have any.
I don't really. I mean, I think it's George.
I thought some of the depth guys were okay tonight. I liked Matt Nieto. I like
Dennis Malgin.
I like Dennis Malgin. Yeah. I actually liked JT Compher quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, he had opportunities. I thought Newhook was doing all right. With those depth guys, you give him a little bit of a boost because with the Cirelli-McKinnon matchup, that means they get Point and Kucherov and Stamkos.
Yeah, it was the Compher line that got those three, and they broke even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think Nuke was special, but he was definitely driving a little bit more.
He was better. Yeah.
You could see a little bit more of that Nuke,
Yeah.
Nuke vibes.
He was much better.
Yeah, other than that, I don't really have much. I don't like I said, I don't think McDermott did much. I mean, he was hitting people. That's
just like
how what he's there
put
for.
the puck in the net, bros.
Yeah.
Just get it out of your heads.
Score a goal.
Just fucking score. Someone just do it. They've got 1 4-on-4 goal to show for their first 2 hockey games out the break. So, that is not good enough. And it's not like they haven't been able to generate chances. Like, they're doing good at that.
Right, it's not like they're just
score.
That's what's frustrating. It's not like it's rust. It's just that they just can't finish.
Can't finish, yeah.
Can't catch.
So.
A goal.
Yeah, that's all I got.
I think that's all I got too. So
see you Saturday.
We'll be back here on Saturday for a 4:00 game. I think this is the only 4:00 game of the season.
No, they've got one at home against Arizona later this year. You're welcome.
Oh no, that's true. I will be at that one actually.
I will be too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Spring break. Yep, spring break, baby. Woo! So, all right. Well, we'll catch y'all later. Huh? Are we gonna catch them later, Bo? Is that what's gonna happen? Okay. All right. Bye, everybody.